we're really good at struggling. And you can use your practice to build strength, but also practice not struggling. Practice enjoying all of this more. Hey everyone, how are you? This is part 1 in my beginner yoga series, and we are going to cover sun salutations. Let's get started. Stand up. If you have a yoga mat, come to the front edge of your yoga mat and stand up. And if you don't have a yoga mat for this, it's okay, you don't need one. Now that you are standing, check it out. How are you standing? We are going to stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. I stand with my feet together, and so you can do that as well. Check it out. Big toes touch, little bit of space between your heels. If that doesn't feel comfortable, try your feet apart, about hips width distance. And maybe you just take a moment and explore both options. We're beginning in Tadasana, standing mountain pose. And sure, we're just standing. We do that a lot. But we're paying attention to how we're standing. So you, go ahead, pay attention to how you are standing right now. Feel how you've set your feet. And if you look at your feet and you notice one is more forward than the other, or your toes are turned out, adjust them. Intentionally even out your feet. Feel your toes on your mat. Feel the mat or maybe the floor beneath your feet. Hands can come alongside you, palms forward or in. If you want to bring your hands to your heart, you can bring your hands to your heart. And as we stand here, as you stand here with me, from your feet right up to the crown of your head, can you feel this? Can you feel that you are in your body? Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Once more, take a big inhale and a long exhale. And I noticed that when I did that, my shoulders softened a little bit. So maybe you noticed that too, just taking a breath and being in your body. Some of the tension that you're holding might have softened. From Tadasana, from this mountain pose, on an inhale, sweep your hands up, reach up and lengthen up right to the tips of your fingers. Now as you exhale, fold forward. That's how our sun salutations begin. Not a big deal, right? Reach up and then fold. But paying attention the whole time, just like when you set your feet in your mountain pose, especially in this forward fold. How do you fold? Try it again. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale and fold. So I can fold with pretty straight legs. But this is morning for me right now, and I'm putting a little bend in my knees just because I want there to be some softness and I don't want to strain anything. So check that out. As you fold, do you reach a point where maybe your low back bothers you, or you start to feel some strain in your hamstrings? Bend your knees. Fold softly. And as you move through the sun salutations and as you move through the life of your practice, right, then you can work with straightening your legs more, folding more deeply. It doesn't have to look a certain way. It doesn't have to look like anything that anyone else is doing. It can work for you. Feel that instead of worrying about what other people are doing. All right, so let's do it again. Tadasana, standing mountain. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Now on your inhale, a flat back, a halfway lift. And it's just like it sounds. You are about halfway and your torso pretty much parallel to the ground. Again, not a big deal, but instead of being in a halfway lift like this, can you come into your halfway lift like this? So maybe hands on your shins, maybe a big bend in your knees, maybe hands alongside your toes or on some kind of prop. There's balance in that halfway lift. A lot of the time, we are rounding forward. We're caving in on ourselves, typing on a keyboard, driving our car, looking at our phone. As you come into your halfway lift from your forward fold, lift up, lift your chest, lengthen your spine, let the crown of your head extend in one direction, your tailbone in the other. Really feel how long your spine is. Feel your 2 feet on your mat. You can draw your low belly in and up. Take a big breath in. And right here, a long breath out. All right, moving forward with our sun salutation. From our halfway lift, remember this is an inhale. As you exhale, hands plant, step back, high push-up, forward and halfway down, low push-up. The sun salutations are meant to be one breath, one movement. So that high push-up to low push-up is a really long exhale, or depending on how long it takes you, it's a long exhale. Maybe it's not one exhale for you. Maybe it's an exhale and an inhale, another exhale. That's okay, especially if you're new to the practice, especially if you are a beginner and you're moving through these sun salutations. Don't worry about one breath, one movement. Don't worry about anything. Just pay attention and breathe. That's the most important piece. Breathe. All right, so this high push-up to low push-up. High push-up, forward, halfway down, low push-up, elbows squeeze in. This puts you in a really good place for the next pose, upward facing dog, and then we finish in downward facing dog. But I'm getting ahead of myself. High push-up to low push-up. You can work with your knees lifted, come forward onto your toes, squeeze your elbows in, lower halfway down. Or you can come into your high push-up, drop your knees, same thing, move forward, lower halfway down. Now why would you drop your knees? Well, you would drop your knees so you can stay with your breath, so you can stay in your body, so you can build strength, and so you can enjoy yourself and not struggle. We're really good at struggling, and you can use your practice to build strength, but also practice not struggling. Practice enjoying all of this more. One more time. High push-up, knees down, forward, halfway down. Now you can come all the way down from here. And you can do that, from here as well. Come forward as far as you can, elbows squeeze in, lower, and then nice and easy, come all the way down. If you come all the way down, you're setting up for more of a cobra rather than an upward dog. You might slide your hands a little bit more forward, toenails on your mat, bring your chest forward, elbows squeeze in, lengthening your spine, opening through the front of your body, really leading with your heart here. From here, inhale, come on down, press up to your hands and knees, and then press back to your downward facing dog. If you're working with your knees lifted, forward, halfway down, right into your upward facing dog. Toenails are on your mat, you're still leading with your heart. You can have your knees lifted, but you can also bring your knees down for a little more support. And then tuck your toes under, hips high, downward facing dog. And if you're curious about downward dog, I have a short tutorial, short video with some tips for downward dog as well. All right, so we've broken down a Sun A, Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A, all different names for the same part of the flow. And if you take a power yoga class or a vinyasa yoga class or a flow yoga class, chances are pretty good you will move through sun A's at the beginning of the practice. It's just a warm-up. They help to bring you into your body, help you to be present, help to get your heart rate up, help to loosen everything up so that you can move into the rest of your practice with some ease and with some joy. Let's move through a couple of sun A's together. Come into your Tadasana, standing mountain pose. Set your feet, check them out. Hands alongside you. Right here, take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Now inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Knees lifted or lowered, and you can come all the way down. Inhale, upward dog. Maybe that cobra variation with your knees down. Exhale, downward facing dog. And we'll take a couple breaths in this downward dog. So if you want to come into child's pose, you can come into child's pose. And I have a short video for that as well. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Take another big breath in. As you exhale, step or jump to the front edge of your mat. Here, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, lift up. We're going to move right into another one. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Take your time. It might be a couple of breaths. Inhale, upward facing dog or that cobra variation. Exhale, back to your downward dog or your child's pose. Together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take another deep inhale. Exhale, step or jump to the front edge of your mat. And it might be a bunch of steps to come to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, come on up, rise up, reach up. You can look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your mat. Step back, high push-up, forward and halfway down, low push-up. Maybe you come all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Lead with your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth. Exhale. All right, so that is Sun A, Sun Salutation A. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel. If you have comments or questions, you can leave them below. Take care of yourself, take care of each other. I'll see you on your mat.